Good. Now we're going to talk about books and ebooks. Okay, I've got 15 ebooks out, and print books, both fiction and nonfiction. There was a time when they call them the big six of publishers ruled the printing industry. And you couldn't get your foot in the door. To get a publishing contract, you had to have an agent. To have an agent, you had to have a publishing contract. It was kind of the chicken and the egg thing. Your chances of getting a book printed or published traditionally were slim to none. Slim just left town. It was just very, very, very hard to do that. But right now we're in the middle of a technological revolution, like I said. Print-on-demand technology, ebooks, it's all changing. It's changing rapidly. And the publishing industry is dying. I've got a lot of nonfiction books out. Work Your Way Across the USA, The Frugal RVer. Way back before we went on the road. Woke up one morning, I told her I had this weirdest dream. She said, "What'd you dream?" I said, "I dreamed that there was a armored car that got hijacked in the Salt River Canyon, and the 2 guards got killed." And she said, "Then what happened?" I said, "Oh, I woke up." But you have a dream sometimes, and you kind of remember you had a dream, but it's kind of foggy. This was so crystal clear. The next night, I dreamed some more of it. And I told her, I had that same dream, but it just is like watching a mini-series in my head. And this happened over 4 or 5 nights. And she said, "You need to write that down." So I went ahead and I put it online as an ebook. And right away when I said I did it, we sold a couple hundred copies, which is nice. That was very nice. Priced it at 99 cents. And every month it sold, a couple hundred copies. I was making 35 cents a copy. Not big, but hey, it was, go out to dinner once in a while money. And then in October of that year, because I put it in May, it just took off. And I mean, it just took off. It went from selling maybe 150, 200 copies a month to selling like 4,000 copies in October.
Wow.
November it sold 12,000 copies. December it went crazy. Christmas Day of 2012, it sold 18,000 copies.
Wow.
Christmas Day it sold 18,000 copies in one day.
Jeez.
And I got a phone call from Amazon that, "Congratulations, Big Lake made the New York Times bestseller list." And I'm like, wow, how could that possibly happen? And I just got lucky. And I went from there. Now I have 4 Big Lake books out, and I'm working on the 5th. There's Big Lake, the second one's Big Lake Lynching, Big Lake, Crazy Days in Big Lake, and Big Lake Blizzard. So I'm getting 35 cents a book, so what? And she said, "Mom, he sold 100,000 books." Well, he's always been so talented. The old technology of using a printer. You found a book printer to print your book. You were going to pay for usually the minimum run usually was 10,000 copies, and you were going to pay about $3 a copy. That's $3,000 in printing, not counting setup and everything else. On print on demand, this book cost me about $3.75.
Including shipping.
Huh?
Including shipping.
Yes, right. But I don't have to have 10,000 of them sitting around someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And I can just go online, I can order my books, they get there in about a week's time. So, do not proofread your own book. You cannot proofread your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You want a proofreader that goes through that thing with a fine-tooth comb. You want someone to really look at it. Then you want an editor. Now in my case, I'm lucky that Terry's a proofreader and an editor. She does a great job. One of the review sites said, "We've never read such a good book with such an ugly cover before." So Dale Roberts is an author friend of mine. He does The Following, which is a very good book. He did this cover for me. Invest in a good cover. Okay, so what kind of books sell? I have 15 books out. 5 of them are fiction. 10 are nonfiction. My nonfiction are like the ones you see here. There's one called Meandering Down the Highway, Our Life as Full-Time RVers. Our first year on the road is what it is. I have 2 out, Highway History and Backroad Mystery, and Highway History and Backroad Mystery 2. I love those books. They're those little stories we write about in the paper. The little oddball stories that we've done. Love those books. I would love to do 5 or 6 more of them. None of them sell well. For every fiction book, for every nonfiction book I sell, I'll sell hundreds of fiction books. tour to do book signings. That's up to you. If you don't market your book, it won't sell. That's just all there is to it. And the real work starts, writing the book's easy. Getting the formatting done on the covers, that's all easy. The real work starts when you start marketing. You must market every day. Not just today, not just tomorrow, not just next week. Every day. You know? You may not even make $50,000 or $60,000 a year, but that's entirely possible. Like I said, most of my authors group is doing more than that. So it's enough to live off of or supplement your income or whatever. If you do the things we're talking about, you may not be the next Colleen Hoover, the next Russell Blake, the next J.K. Rowling, but you can very easily be a mid-list author and make money at it.